What's up, everybody? My name's Scott, and on the floor behind me is my low-cost car chassis. So this is a 1x1 steel tube chassis that's used to make a Lotus 7 replica car. So stick around. I'm going to do a little welding and a little bit of measuring and fabricating. And this will be part 2 of putting together the low car chassis. I've already got my frame laid out according to the blueprints. When I cut these parts, I was extremely precise with the length and the angles on each part. But the first step is getting the back box, which is basically a 48 by 32 box, getting that squared and getting it all tacked together. So I'll tack this end, and that will set the width in the back, the overall width. And then I will come up here to the next row, and I will tack this, which will set the width here. That's huge. First weld. I've been waiting to do this project for almost 20 years. I wanted to build one of these since I was a teenager. I'm so happy right now. It's so stupid. I just did 4 tack welds, but I'm so excited right now. All right, let's square this thing up and tack in the other side. Now that I have the first section welded, the next thing I need to do is start establishing center lines. So I'll just center that up and use a square and strike right through it. Same thing over here. 23. And again, those are about a 16th off from each other. So just split it. Clean these up. Got the width I need. Now the next thing is to get the center of this part in line with the center line I have here. So the way you do this is you put a string at that end, you stretch the string line off the center, you line it up on the center line you made on this member, and then that line, the string line, should fall right on that scratch mark. So this is basically telling me that I need to move the center line of this third part about like that. So now that line, right? So watch as I move that part, that string will move. So I have my center line established here, here, and at the back. And basically once you do all that, you can just line that edge up and you move this, you just move this over to where it is flush, 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 square. And then all I gotta do is take some final measurements and make sure all my widths are good. But that's how you can keep everything on center, is you just keep center marking everything and you just use a line. So as long as that line stays on your center marks, everything's going to be built off of center. Getting close. I've got 3 sections done. I've got to tack in this last bar. Everything's on center. Everything's measuring out within a 1/16 of an inch of square. And so I'm going to burn in the last couple tacks and then take a look at the frame. So in order to get to this stage, I'm using a blueprint on my iPad. I've got the string line, but now I kind of need to do some corner to quarter measurements from that corner, you know, up to this corner and vice versa. It's 69 and an eighth. This one is 69 and a quarter. So that's an eighth off. 3/8, 91 and 3/8, a quarter. If I tack here and there, it's going to pull it that way. Same thing over here. If I tack on the insides here and here, it's going to pull it that way. Overall, I don't think there's anything so far out of alignment that it's going to be a problem. Super exciting. Like I said, I've been waiting for this for years. My wife just came in the garage and she said, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm working on my sports car." She says, "I thought you weren't doing that anymore." I was like, "No, I'm doing it. It's just going to take 20 or 30 years. I got to review the plans and see what's next.
Thanks for watching. In the next part, I'm going to cover the upper assembly, the forward bulkhead, and the rear bulkhead. Please like, comment, and subscribe.